might write a bad story. They might choose to ignore it entirely. There's an improvisational part to media relations. And you have to be comfortable with the fact that, well, media relations, if advertising is classical music, where everything is fully notated, with an ad, you have total control over what the message is, when it runs, what it looks like, et cetera, et cetera. On the press platform, you don't. So you have to have a realistic understanding of what your product is, a realistic understanding of the media who are going to pay attention to that, and realize that you're going to communicate that to them, and you're not going to have total control, and you have to be comfortable with that improvisatory nature. The flip side is you're surrendering control to gain credibility, that if the media outlet does report on what you're doing in a positive way, that value, the value of that is far more valuable than advertising. How is success measured? It goes back to what I said before. You have to realize this is a qualitative platform, not a strictly quantitative platform. There are plenty of services out there that will assign certain numbers and metrics. Look, you can assign a metric to anything, but to try and stuff an improvisational qualitative approach, such as press and media relations, into the same cylinder that you'd stuff an advertising program just doesn't work. There are certain, you could give an article to 5 different people and they'll read it 5 different ways. Oh, this is a good article, this is a bad article. You can always come up with all sorts of variables, well, if it's on the front page, back page, photo, not photo, whether or not this thing ran on conventional television and then bounced on to online video or you know, a YouTube segment. Again, you can assign all the numbers that you want, but at the end you have to go with your gut in understanding that you don't have total control over it, and it might not run exactly the way you want it to run, but if you understand that, you'll probably be well equipped to operate within the media relations school of influence. The challenges with international firms and media relations depends upon which way you're going. There are different countries. You have, if you're, even if let's say you're an American company trying to impact the British marketplace, yes, they speak English, but it's a different kind of English. The British media have different cultures than the American media has in terms of objectivity, on the record, off the record, point of view. I mean, the British press, the European press will take a point of view and will be far more of an advocate, let's say, than the US press. So you have to understand the language of a country, especially if they don't speak English. The dynamics of how the press operate in that country. They don't play by the same rules that we play by here. And also whether or not your good product or service will be of interest in that international constituency, because you have cases of people saying, well, we want to get attention for this in Asia Pacific, but the product isn't distributed there, so no one's going to pay any attention to it. So you have to look at the language, the culture, and the ways in which the press operate. And the same thing here, the way that a European press, a European technology company might think the press operates in Germany or Amsterdam is not necessarily the way that the press operates in the United States.